What's going on, guys? Themightydart13 back again, and this is my video for the US Grand Prix, and for once it's actually on time. I'm quite proud of myself. Yeah, as per, I've managed to miss the race because it came live as I was at football training. So, very quickly, as a quick update from that, this is going out on Wednesday night. I have a specialist. I'm seeing a specialist about my knee tomorrow, so yeah. And there's no video this weekend because I'm not going to the game. So, but yes, that's enough talking about me. On to racing related isms. So, obviously, USA hold at COTA, Circuit of the Americas, and it is the 10th place to hold a Formula One race in America. So, obviously, Hamilton took pole in front of Vettel, who was given a free-place grid penalty for not slowing down under a red flag. Max Verstappen started 18th after buggering his suspension and also being given the gearbox penalty. But it was sort of a bit of a running gag that weekend because COTA put the Verstoppers, because they had like sleeping policemen as they're called, and basically Verstappen clonked one of them and his rear tyre just went there and decided to, brake, or his rear suspension broke, sorry. So obviously on the race start you had Lewis had a pretty decent start, so did Kimi, but Kimi's tyre advantage with him being on the ultra softs compared to Lewis's super softs, Kimi just nailed the start, was up the inside and just pissed off, or ran. Was he up the inside? Yeah, he was up the inside and he just buggered off. Did well to control the race. But on the first section, so through the S section, you had incidents galore as Lance Stroll managed to go over a curb and crashed into Fernando Alonso. Alonso wasn't very pleased. He sort of started comparing the level of drivers to other racing formulas, so WEC, so World Endurance Championship, IndyCar, and he sort of said, "Oh, well, there are certain drivers who aren't up to standard or whatever." But there was also an incident between Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo, and Vettel made contact with Ricciardo and ended up spinning out. And it's the third mistake he's made in the second half of the season, and it brings the point. We've never seen this side of Vettel, and I think it was Eddie Jordan on the Channel 4 coverage said he's hanging out with Red Bull more and more now, and it's starting to be a thing of, is he enjoying Ferrari as much as he thought he would? Obviously, he's come in and he's like the top guy. He's a 4-time world champion. Obviously, Kimi Räikkönen as a teammate. But is he enjoying it as much? He doesn't seem to be as home. And recently, he's not been happy, But then you had, today he came out and said, he's tired of recovery drives. And the consensus is, well, if you didn't keep crashing into people and making stupid mistakes that, to be fair, a 4-time world champion shouldn't be making, then you wouldn't have to keep having recovery drives. Like today, Ferrari were on the pace, he could have been challenging for the race win. But obviously, we also had another incident for Romain Grosjean, who retired after he smacked into the side of Charles Leclerc. He did apologise afterwards. And Daniel Ricciardo also retired for the 7th race of the season, for his 7th retirement of the season. For anyone wondering, I'm watching Liverpool in the Champions League at the same time. So it was very much... Christian Horner said this time it wasn't a Red Bull issue, it was a Renault, so kind of, in essence, giving Renault the middle finger, because obviously Ricciardo's going to Renault for next season, and Horner was basically saying, well, look, it's nothing to do with us, it's the Renault part of things that's buggered. So, kind of, in essence, trying to sort of poke in the bear, so to speak. But obviously Ricciardo wasn't happy. But yeah, apart from that, there was sort of some good racing on track. There was a fantastic battle between Räikkönen, who won, Verstappen, who was second, and Lewis, who was third. Lewis going around the outside of Max, only to hit the marbles and all the shit offline and just went straight, or just went off the track slightly. But Kimi Räikkönen wins his first race in 113 races and his first win for Ferrari since 2009 in Belgium. I remember watching that race. Giancarlo Fisichella got pole and ended up finishing second. But that was Räikkönen's first race since 2013 in Australia, I think it is. I think it was 2013. But Kimi, being Kimi, came over the radio and What the oh, it's a penalty at Liverpool. Yeah, Raikkonen came over the radio and went, fucking finally. Obviously, 113 races for a driver of Kimi's calibre. Obviously, leaving Ferrari at the end of the season to go to Sauber, which was very, very sort of romantic in that way. It's sort of a very nice thing to see Kimi win. Obviously, he becomes the most successful Finnish driver of all time now with 21 wins, I think it is. And Lewis finishing third means that Lewis finished third with Vettel fourth, which means the championship goes to Mexico, but with a 5-point gap, 70-point gap. Hamilton only needs to win. If Vettel wins, Hamilton needs to finish 8th. Lewis basically needs 5 points to win the championship, so anything can happen in motor racing, but it looks like it's nailed on. Ferraris, with that win though, also became the most successful racing team, or in terms of F1, to race around America with 13 wins. 3-0 Liverpool. But onto the more, I mean, there was a funny moment, but I'll cover this first. Esteban Ocon and Kevin Magnussen were both disqualified after the race for fuel irregularities. Ocon, this is a direct quote from the thing. Esteban Ocon's car used more than the permitted maximum fuel flow of 100 kg per hour on the first lap, and Magnussen had, I think it was 0.1 over the maximum fuel allowance, or 105 kg for the race. Kg, sorry. But obviously, it's a shame for Ocon. It's a shame for Magnussen. Both good drivers. Ocon still not confirmed. Strong rumours though that he's going to Williams for next season. Obviously, K-Mag staying at Haas for next season. So not a great day for Haas. Grosjean DNFing, Magnussen being disqualified. But to finish a slightly lighter note, Verstappen was pushing that hard he actually managed to split his shoe during the race. So, GG. Driver of the day obviously was Max, starting 18th, and he finished second. It was a ridiculous drive. I think he overtook 9 cars in the first lap. But your race run through was Raikkonen, Verstappen, Hamilton, Vettel, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Sainz, Perez, Hartley, Ericsson, Van Dorn, Gasly, Sirotkin, Stroll, after Stroll, these are the retirements: Leclerc, Ricciardo, Grosjean, Alonso, and disqualifications, obviously Ocon and Magnussen. But yes, overall, I'll give this race a solid sort of 8 out of 10. It was a fantastic race. No, do you know what? I'll give it a 9. Fantastic fight for the lead as well. Kimi winning was fantastic. As for my predictions, because obviously the Mexican Grand Prix is this weekend, I'm going to go Vettel on pole, Verstappen second, Lewis third. In the race, I'm going to go Lewis, Verstappen, Vettel after Vettel chokes. Fastest lap, I'm going to go Raikkonen. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you for the next race.